Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, Monsieur Colbert. L'état c'est moi, I am the state. The scene has changed in the government of my realm. I shall have other principles than those of the late cardinal.
I elected more members of your council and made sure the nobles in the running weren't elected just as you requested. I also paid the companies of our country with tax benefits and placed high tariffs on foreign goods so that people will be guaranteed to only buy goods from France.
Look at all these nobles living in my house. With them living here, they are completely dependent on me and gives power to my trusted attendants.
Hello, my majesty. Would I be of any service today?
Yes, address me.
Right away, your majesty. Look at this huge palace. It stretches on forever. And with all the staff you have of like 500 cooks, it's amazing. There's no more beautiful place in Paris than the Versailles.
Well, thank you, but before we start this small talk, I need to inform you and all other artists of this country of a new policy. The so-called art that you had before is no longer tolerated. The only art you will be making is of me and my absolute power of France.
Okay, I will follow your orders, your majesty.
I will inform the public immediately.
I happily inform you the Edict of Nantes is no longer in effect.
But the Huguenots will revolt, or worse, leave the country.
I'm not concerned with that issue. Please inform the public of my decision right away. To increase the country's territory and exercise my powers of control, I declare the War of Succession. With our large and skilled army, we'll be sure to defeat them.
But putting the country in this much debt and suffering is wrong. Have you not thought of the effects of your decisions on this country's people?
I am the ruler of this country. How dare you defy me? I have absolute rule over you and everyone else in France. I am declaring war and no one is to question my decision.
After your victories with the Netherlands, I would have to side with you on declaring war. But with the recent defeats, I think that it's best to not declare war. The country cannot handle it. If we go to war now, the country will be in more turmoil than it is in already.
The people of France are already tired and unwilling to go to war again. Do you really want to declare war again and put them in more suffering?
What I say is final.
Ballet, what's your favorite writer?
My favorite writer would have to be Molière. Many famous ballets have been performed here. I relate the most with the Sun King Ballet.
The Versailles Theatre is very prestigious. Louis even dances in the title role ballet, The Sun King. We have made opera and ballet more popular in France, and you can give that thanks to Louis.
It must have been my role in The Sun King. I am most like him. I rule my people absolutely.
I actually have had the pleasure to see you dance in the title role, and I would have to say that you're correct.
You are much better fit for the role as ruler of France than Cardinal Mazarin, who ruled when you weren't yet old enough to rule. You exercise your control over the people thoroughly, unlike the Cardinal, who had many, many uprisings and riots.
I am the ruler after all. Now let's move on to the dining